Jain, myself Dr. Sunil Kumar, working as a professor in IT department. Today I am going to discuss branching statement. And what is branching statement? These are the control statements that are used to control the cursor in a program, and that will be according to the given condition, according to the requirement when we are applying some loop. Basically, there are three categories of control statements, three types of control statement, and or you can say flow controls. That can be branching statement like simple if statement, if else statement, nested if else statement, else if ladder, switch statement, and conditional statement. The second category is called looping statement, and loops are used to execute a set of block, a particular block repeatedly according to the given condition. And in that category we will discuss for loop, while loop, and do while loop. And the third category is called jumping statement, unconditional jump to a particular statement. And in this category we will discuss about the break statement, about the continue statement, and about the go to statement. Now basically today I am going to discuss about the branching statement. As we have discussed that there are different category of branching statement, that is, the first category is if statement, next is switch statement. We have different cases, and at a time we are going to execute only particular case. Then in that case we can switch, and according to switch we will switch to the particular case, and that particular case will be executed. And after each case we will apply the break, that is the break statement, so that after the execution of that case it will be come out from the program. And third category is called conditional operator statement, that is ternary condition. We will discuss all these. In the first one we have different categories like simple if statement. We will discuss the syntax of each statement, and along that the program using that particular statement we will discuss. Second one, that can be if else statement. In the first one, if condition is true, the statement will be executed. If condition is not false, then it will done nothing. Then in the second category, if condition is true, then if part is executed, otherwise else part will be executed. The third one is nested if statement. If we are putting if else within the if else, then that is called nested if statement. We will discuss the syntax along the program. And third one is called, last one is called else if ladder, or it is also known as multi-conditional if statement. So let us discuss each one by one. The first one is simple if statement. As the name suggests, that is a powerful decision making statement, and this is the syntax. If that is the syntax. If condition or test expression, that means if condition, we are giving some condition or test expression. If this is true, then this block of statement will be executed. If condition is false, then statement X will be executed. Let us understood with the help of example. In this example, we have to write a program in C language, and we have to check the equivalence of two numbers, and this time we have to apply the simple if statement. So this is the code for that. The first part, that is the library, we are including the library, that is standard input output .h indicating the header file, and that is compiler directive or preprocessor that is used for including the library. Then this is the main function. Every C program contains a function, that is main function. Variable declared, we are taking two variables m and n, and that is of integer type. Then we are entering two numbers, and that is for using printf, that is the output function, and we are giving the input from the user. Then we are doing the using this, that is scanf, and this is the format specifier for the integer data type, that is %d, and that is called address operator, that provides the temporary address to store the value. That is for first number, that is we have taken variable m, and that is n that we have taken for the next number, and using this statement we are giving to the input. Now we have to check the equivalence. Now what will be the logic? If the difference between m minus n is equal to 0, we are just checking. If difference is 0, definitely the numbers are equal, otherwise numbers are not equal. In this case, if condition is true, only in that case this statement will be executed. If condition is false, then nothing will come out on the output screen. That is the main drawback in this statement, that's we are calling simple if statement. Come to the next statement. Come to the next program. Now by using this simple if statement, this time we have to, okay, that is done. Next one is this if else statement. Now in the first one, if condition is false, nothing is done. Now we have recovered this with the help of this statement, that's we are calling if else statement. And in this case, if statement is executed only if the condition is true. If condition is false, then else is executed, and at the same time both cannot be executed. Okay, now what is the syntax for this? Just we are writing if test expression या condition, we are giving some condition, and if condition is true, then this particular statement is executed, just like the simple if statement. Else, if condition is false, then in that case, this time statement 2 will be executed. That means either condition will be true or false. If condition is true, then statement 1 will be executed. If condition is false, then statement 2 will be executed. Let us understood with the help of a program. Now in this program, we have to find out whether the entered number is even or odd. Definitely we know the logic. A number is an even number if is it divisible by the 2, and we are getting the remainder 0. We are doing the same thing. We are entering a number, and this time we have taken variable as a small n, and that is a integer, that is data type, and we are checking the condition here with the help of if else statement. Now we are dividing the number with 2, and that is mod, that will give the remainder. If we are dividing n by 2 and remainder is 0, if condition is true, then in that case we can say the given number is even. That means condition is true, then statement 1, or you can say the first part is statement 1 be executed as we have discussed in the syntax. Else, if condition is false, then we can say the given number is odd. That means we are not getting 0, we are getting some remainder. In that case, the number will be odd number. In the output, I have shown some example. We have entered 4, and 4 is a even number because it is divisible by 2, and that's the reason it is printing number is even. The next is nested if else statement. If we are using if else within the if else, that becomes nested if-else statement. That means we have more than one if-else statement in nested form. First of all, we are discussing the syntax. Then first of all, we are giving the test condition 1. Then within that test condition 1, we are giving another condition, that is test condition 2. If both conditions are true, then only in that case statement 1 will be executed. Else, if condition is not true, then in that case statement 2 will be executed. Now that is for this. Now this is the main if. Else if, then we are applying test condition 3. Now here if test condition 3 is true, then in that case statement 3 will be executed. If condition is not true in this case, then in that case statement 4 will be executed. Now this is the main if else, and starting from here and ending here. Let us understood with the help of a program. Now we have to find out the largest among the 3 numbers, and this time we have to do this with the help of nested if-else statement. Again, because we have to compare 3 numbers, we have taken 3 variables A, B and C. Just we are entering 3 values. With the help of this scanf, we are entering these values from the user side. Percentile D, the format is specifier for the integer values, and these are the address operator as we have discussed for A, B and C. In a single statement, we can give more than one. Just we have to put a comma, and A, comma and B and C. Now here we have to print out the largest value, whatever value we will enter. Now in this case, we are checking the first condition, that is if A greater than B. If it is true, then we will check this condition, if A greater than C. If both conditions are true, then in that case it will print A. That means A is the largest number. Else, if this condition is not true, that is A greater than C, in that case C will be printed. Come to this side. If A greater than B is true, along that we are checking if B greater than C. If A greater than B and also B greater than C, in that case it will print B. That means B is the largest number. If A greater than B is true, but B greater than C is not true, then in that case it will print C. In that way, by using the nested if-else, we can find out the largest number among the 3 numbers. Because here we are using if-else within the if-else, that's the reason it is called nested if-else statement. Now this is the program. Okay, already we have discussed, this is the output for that. We have entered 3 numbers. For example, first number is 45, second number is 78, third number is 145. So among 3 numbers, the largest number will be 145. Now the next one is called else if ladder, or that is also known as multi-conditional if statement. In this case, it has multiple decision statements, and particular statement is true, then that particular statement will be executed. And because it is involve multiple decision, that becomes a ladder, and that's the reason it is known as else if ladder. What is the syntax? Now if test condition 1, if this condition is true, then in that case statement 1 will be executed. If this condition is false, then it will check for the next condition. If this condition is true, in that case statement 2 will be printed. In the same way, if this is not, 1 is not true, 2 is not true, in that case it will check condition 3, and in that case statement 3 will be executed, and so on. That can be an condition, or you can say multiple condition. and whatever condition will be true, according to that particular statement will be executed. If no one condition is true, then in that case, default statement will be printed. Because it becomes a ladder, then the construction is known as the else if ladders. Ladder understood with the help of a program. So here we have taken again 3 numbers and we have to find out the largest number, but this time we have to find out by using the else if ladder. That's the reason we have taken again 3 numbers, A, B and C. From this statement, we are demanding users 3 numbers and we are giving the input from the user side. Now here, first of all, if A greater than B, and along that we are using this operator, and A greater than C, that means A is greater than B and also A greater than C. In that case, highest number A will be printed because we have checked, and this is condition 1, that is A greater than B and A greater than C. Then else, if this condition is not true, then we are checking is B greater than A. If this condition is true and B greater than C, that means both conditions should be true. If both conditions are true, in that case, highest number will be the B and B will be the printed as a highest number. If either this condition is not true and this is also not true, then in that case, third condition, that is the C number, that highest number C will be printed. We can do in some other way also. That means we are saying C is greater than A and C greater than B, and we are printing C is the highest number. So in the both way we can do this. Next statement is switch statement, and as we have discussed, if we have multiple cases and at a particular time we want to execute a particular case, then switch statement is used. Basically, it is a multi-way branch statement. We have the multiple cases and every case will be terminated with the colon. We have to put this, and at the end of each case we have to apply the break statement, so that after executing that particular case, it should come out from the program. This is the syntax for that. We have to apply this word that is called switch, so that it can jump to a particular case. We are using here some variable or some expression. In that case, we are checking case 1. For example, we are writing case 1. If this we are giving as a choice, for example, we are giving choice 1, then in that case, case 1 statement will be executed, and after execution it will come out. If as a choice we are giving case 2, then according to this statement will be executed, and by using this break it will come out from the program. And simply particular case we can choose, and based on this it will switch to the particular case, and that particular block of a statement will be executed. If by mistake, for example, we have 4 cases and we are giving choice 5, then in that case that is a wrong choice, then it will go into the default statement. That is a wrong choice that will be printed. Later understood with the help of a program. Now this is the simple program for the simple calculator, and in this calculator what we are trying to do, we are simply doing the addition of 2 numbers. We are doing subtraction, we are subtracting one number from another number. We are multiplying 2 numbers, we are dividing one number from another number, and we are taking this as case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4. If we are choosing other than these 4 numbers, then program will come out. So that we have put as a default case, that is case 5. Now here, because we are adding, subtracting 2 numbers, that we have taking as integer values a and b, and as a result we have taken a variable r, and for entering a choice we have taken a integer variable, that is ch. Now first of all we have to choose a case, either we want to execute case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4. In that case, first of all from the user we will enter that choice, and because choice is also integer value, then we have taken format specifier as a %d, and we are entering this choice from the user side. Now whatever choice you will enter, for example you are entering 1, then in that case it will come out to this case, because it will switch to that case. That means you want to add 2 numbers, that is first case. So in that case, first of all you have to enter 2 numbers, and we are giving the input from the user, that is by using this statement that is called scanf. Then simply we are adding 2 numbers and resultant is stored in the r equal to a plus b, and simply we are displaying the result with the help of this statement, that is printf. So simply I am writing a word sum equal to %d is the format specifier for the integer, and r is the variable in which we are putting the resultant after adding these 2. And this is the break statement. After executing this case, it will come out from the case 1. For example, if we are giving the choice 2, then in that case it will come to case 2, and accordingly it will demand the numbers from the users. Then we are writing r equal to a minus b, and accordingly it will provide the result at a subtracting a minus b. In the same way, we can give either choice 3, 4 according to our menu. For example, we are giving the wrong choice, then in that case we have put a default case, and this statement will be printed, that is you are entered a wrong choice. You are not entering 1, 2, 3, 4, you are entering some other number, that will be the wrong choice, and this particular statement will be executed. Now last one is called conditional operator statement, that is also known as, in C language, that is also called as ternary operator, and basically it uses 3 operands. This is the syntax: variable equal to expression 1, then question mark expression 2, and colon expression 3. So here we are giving the condition between expression 1 and 2. If condition is true, then expression 2 is executed. If condition is false, then expression 3 will be executed. Let us understood with the help of a program. Now here we have to find out the greatest of the 2 numbers, but this time we have to using the ternary operator. So just we have taken 2 numbers inside the program, for example by using variable m and n, and already we have defined the values, for example m equal to 5 and n equal to 4. So here in the first part, as we have seen the syntax, we are checking the condition. Is m is greater than n? If condition is true, with the help of this, then this statement will be printed. That is m is greater than n, and along that I have taken this, it will print it like this. If m is not greater than n, then in that case this particular statement will be printed. That means if m is not greater than n, that definitely n will be greater than m. That is n is greater than m, and in that way it will be printed. So this is called ternary operator. This contains 3 operators, and we are putting in that way, and finally it will show the result. If condition is true, then this part will be, expression 2 will be executed, as we have seen. If condition is not true, then third part will be executed. Thank you.